Hi, Collective. Welcome back to Love, Light, and Life Affirmed, your daily affirmations for self love and growth. Hi, you guys. Welcome back into the channel. So, you guys, this is our general oracle messages for the upcoming week, where I just kind of go through and give you guys the general energy to expect, kind of how to prepare, be ready for certain situations, circumstances that may arise. But I'm going to do a little bit different this time. So I'm going to start by giving an overall spiritual energy, and then I'll give some clarification. I will also pull a card from the Major Arcana deck, also to give some clarity about the spiritual energy as well for you guys coming up. I will then also give you your Divine Masculine Oracle, Divine Feminine Oracle. I will also give you a couple of oracles from Cosmic Energy. I will also give you a couple from Wisdom of the Shadow, and then Astro Codes at the end as well, along with your angel number. All right. So let's tap in. I hope you guys like the new decoration, the new message for right now. Just felt like it was time to switch it up a bit. I've been with you guys for a few months now, and I think my other message is pretty clear, and it will still be back in rotation, but I just felt like the energy needed to change. It being also the first day of a new month, November, I just felt the energy needed to shift and give a different message. All right, let's tap in and see what we got, you guys. All right, thank you and welcome back, all of the current followers and subscribers. Thank you guys so much for all of your love and support of the channel. You guys have been absolutely incredible. I will never say it enough. You guys help the channel grow. I'm so glad that the messages resonate for you guys. I'm so glad they are able to help you in your daily lives. And I hope to continue to be able to help you in that way, keep you guys motivated, keep you guys wanting to work on your healing, work on your shadow, all those things that are pretty difficult to deal with, you know. But again, my job is to be here to encourage you, to take a look at it, not to be perfect, not to judge yourself in regards to it, but acknowledge it and try to learn and heal. Okay. Welcome any new and incoming followers and subscribers. Welcome into the channel, you guys. So glad that you found the Soul Tribe. Again, I also pray that the messages for you resonate. If you do subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell and hit the arrow drop down if you're watching me on YouTube and select all, just so that you don't miss any of the other messages that I do post on the channel. All right, so let's get the overall spiritual energy. Just one card for this upcoming week that's going to be important for the collective. Oh, wow. Okay. The energy is pretty intense. So, two wanted to come out, so I'll take them. So, some of you guys are getting new cars. Very good. Congratulations. It seems like you've worked very hard for this. So, maybe your hard work is paying off for you as well as this time. It seems like with this energy that I'm seeing here, you've put in a lot of work, a lot of hours. Maybe the type of job that you do requires pretty intense labor as well. That's what I'm feeling here with this sweatshop energy. But what I'm really getting is you guys have put in a lot of time and effort trying to work towards something new, whether that is a new car, a new home. It seems like you are ready to reward yourself. Also, what I'm getting from this is you are about to start reaping the rewards for your hard work as well. This is also the energy that I'm getting from this. Beautiful. Good job. And like I said, it is definitely harvest season for a big part of the collective. I did a message on my channel about a month or so ago confirming that it is definitely harvest season for a lot of people. who've been putting in time and effort this year up until this point. You are definitely between now and probably the first quarter of next year, will begin to reap those rewards. Let's see. All right, let's pull one from the major arcana just to clarify. One, please. Yeah, so I feel like you guys are also possibly dealing with some blockages. There might be some of you guys who progress is being halted. It's not the right moment for something. A lack of clear direction puts things on hold. So, what I'm getting from this is there's been some type of setback. Something is holding you back from making a decision. That decision could be it coming out next to sweatshop here. It could be in what to do next as far as career. It seems like you have a desire for a new beginning elsewhere, but there's something blocking you from being able to proceed, being able to move forward. So you feel like you're stuck in this sweatshop energy of a job that probably doesn't really reward you well. And so you would love to have the opportunity for a new beginning, but it's not the right moment for some of you guys. Okay. All right. So that's just the general energy for this week. Like I said, some of you guys are reaping the rewards for your hard work, and some of you guys are stuck in a job and situation that you're not loving, but you're not able to make changes at this moment. Okay. All right. So now let's do our divine feminine from a woman in total control of herself. Get your message for this week. Divine Feminine, what is the most important oracle message for you guys this week? Okay. Grab a card here. So, 1 second. I have to cover her up here, but this is the Bard of Truth, card number 22. The number 22 may be significant to you. You may be born on the day 22. The number 4 also may be significant. You may be seeing the number 22 as a synchronicity. The Bard of Truth for my divine feminines this week. And here is your message. Self-deprecation, deep modesty, self-doubt. These are the results of living in fear of judgment, caged in a system that judges women for speaking out and standing true. Our lives are not our own as long as we fear being transparent. When we allow ourselves to shrink with fear of being judged or shamed for speaking up, or standing out from the status quo, we have lost the very essence of what makes us feel most alive, our authenticity. Our authenticity is our practical magic. Our truth is key to our resilience, our radiance, our confidence. It is connected to our grace, like the swan, and also to our heart's music. And like a sweet melody, it is a prime recovery tool when sad, overwhelmed, anxious, or depressed. It is our greatest asset in maintaining our vibe and attracting our tribe. Without it, we feel cut off from our joy and wonder and our sense of connection. Speak up, speak out, speak true. Divine Feminines, your message. Step into your authenticity. Do not be afraid to speak your mind this coming week. Do not be afraid to show your true self. Do not lose yourself out of fear of judgment. There is something holding a group of you guys back from being in your authenticity. So it's time to take a look at what that is and get rid of that fear. Befriend your fear so as to not allow it to keep you from moving forward. Okay, Divine Feminines? All right, Divine Masculines, it's your turn. What is your most powerful healing God message needed for you guys this coming week? The most important, powerful oracle for the Divine Masculine this week. Achilles. Some of you guys may having foot pain. You hurt your foot, or you're having some type of foot pain, heel pain. Just a side note for somebody. Okay. Achilles, what is the message for the Divine Masculines this week? Somebody might be the oldest child, the first child. I say that because Achilles' message is the first in the book. Some of you guys might be Aries, first of the zodiac, the baby of the zodiac. Examine your relationship with vulnerability. Cultivate environments in your life that provide time, space, and safe, supportive relationships. Achilles' message. Vulnerability is associated with weakness, yet exposing your tender parts takes immense strength and bravery. Social conditioning implies that it is not safe to be vulnerable or show softness, especially for our divine masculines. Many people have grown up hearing phrases such as, boys don't cry, or you're whipped when showing romantic affection. Stop being a girl and take a cement pill and harden up. It is no wonder men have not felt safe to be vulnerable. This deeply rooted paradigm has affected the entire population in one way or another. Not only has this squashed much within the masculine energy, but it has sometimes denied the feminine energy connection and openness with their counterparts. It is time we break down these archaic societal conventions and work towards exhibiting our vulnerability to generate environments for others to do the same. This can be done by removing your mask and being as real as possible about your feelings, needs, and thinking. It also happens by calling out how damaging it is when these antiquated sayings are verbalized. Situations will naturally arise where you become aware of the patterns keeping you from being vulnerable. Although vulnerability is a goal to strive toward, ease into it. one step at a time. After a lifetime of survival and protection mode, slowly opening to softness will help you transition into a new way of operating. Doing something before you are ready can result in you retreating and feeling even more traumatized. Awareness of the pattern and knowing you are not ready is still a monumental progression. Choosing to prioritize your safety is an act of kindness to yourself when matched with making strides towards progress as the right opportunities present themselves. So, Divine Masculines, this is encouraging you to be vulnerable this week with your partner, of course, within a safe space. No one ever has to be vulnerable when they don't feel safe to be. If you are not good at being vulnerable, if it's a very hard thing for you to do, it says to take baby steps, go slow. You don't have to move quickly into progression. You don't have to move fast in doing something that doesn't feel natural, but take baby steps, work towards it. If you are in a connection and you have a hard time being vulnerable, there is a lot of tension between you and your partner because they are trying to draw out of you information about how you're feeling. You're very closed off. So it's like talking to a brick wall sometimes, and it may not be on purpose, but it makes them feel disconnected from you when all they want is to be able to understand you better, understand you more. So you have to slowly allow them to come into your space and be vulnerable in those moments where it's appropriate. Okay. But work on that. That is your challenge, Divine Masculines, for this week with Achilles. All right. All right. So when I was shuffling the Wisdom of the Shadow, two cards were very significant, I feel. So I'm going to give you the messages for these. I feel like these are very important this week. And this may be for you or somebody you are connected to. But we have judgment and we have grief. Let's start with judgment because that is the one that came out first. So, judgment. I recognize that I create stories about what I perceive. I choose to see with new perspective and an unbiased view. Distortion, deception, clarity, perception, seeing, tainted view, different ideas, bias, hands reaching, trying to change what is seen, grasping onto truths, seeing underneath what is shown, seeing from a multitude of perspectives. We see through eyes that are tuned specifically to look for certain facets, facts, and pieces we can relate to based on our own life's experiences. Our brain instantaneously works to process, relate information based on what we know, and create a judgment to let us know how to proceed. We have created views about ourselves and how the world should be, and we see others through those perceptions. Perhaps you have said or heard the words, I am the least judgmental person. How true can that actually be? What if we shift our goal from not judging to noticing where we do judge and how it actually serves us to notice our own perceptions, to have fierce discernment, and to navigate our biases? The more we dive into that, which we do judge, the more unbiased your sight can actually become. If we aren't seeing our judgments and biases of ourselves and others, then they are likely much stronger than we know. Consider ways that your perception has been shaped by your life, age, gender, race, class, sexuality, religious beliefs, ability, health, appearance, body, nationality, education, etc. Think about the difficult conversations you've had that allowed you to recognize your judgments and challenge your views. Contemplations. What is it that I judge most harshly about myself? When do I tell myself I don't judge, but actually I do judge? How can I expand my awareness to see new perspectives? Very good one. Very, very good one. Instead of confirming that you aren't judgmental, this message is saying figure out those moments where you do judge so that you are able to understand why you are judgmental in those moments and try to gain a new perspective. Grief. I honor grief as a sacred process. I allow it to move through me in its own way and time. Grief flowing out, feeling it move its way through, flooding from the tips of the toes up to the shoulders, inside of the eyes, shadowy rememberings and the heavy weight of their darkness surround. The tears are pure, cleansing, healing, relief. Grief is a potent force that moves in and through each being in unique ways, stages, processes, or ways that it is said to be structured only paint a picture of possibility. Grief is like a mysterious umbrella. Interesting. The picture that I chose to change for the view today. Very interesting. Wow. Grief is like a mysterious umbrella. Under that umbrella lies an infinite possibility of emotion unique to the moment: anger, fear, loss, pain, loneliness, denial, guilt, numbness, or mourning what could have been. It is also a window into hope, resilience, strength, rebirth, curiosity, enduring, adapting to change. Many ancient peoples honored grief as holy and sacred, knowing that the grieving one was moving through a necessary ceremonial experience for themselves, for the departed, and for the community. A griever is also said to be a conduit of the divine. Grief is like a storm with the rain. Wow. Wow. It can leave as quickly as it comes, or it can persist for days and weeks. It may contain thunder and darkness, or it may contain sun rays and secret rainbows. If we chase the rainbows, we are less likely to find them. They appear only when, where, and how they want, just like grief itself. We can grieve people, possibilities, paths, and parts of self. Think about any perceptions you hold around grief. Reflect on any ways you've wanted to rush through grief or bypass grieving. Consider holding grief gently with compassion and tenderness. Invite yourself to see the grieving process as sacred. Contemplations. Is there grief that is calling you to sit with it more fully? When have you grieved? Did you grieve fully or stop yourself? What can grief teach you about emotion and processing life? Two amazing oracles here regarding shadow. Grief is definitely a process collective. And if any of you guys are dealing with grief or loss at this time, my condolences. I would definitely say this was the message meant for today, for this coming week. This could be something you are sitting in at this moment or something coming up, but show yourself compassion as you grieve, because it will come and go. There will be good days and there will be bad days. There will be days where you feel like you can handle your emotions, and there will be days where you feel like you just want to be alone because you cannot stop crying. Give yourself grace. I feel like with these two together, if you are dealing with something that is causing you grief, do your best not to judge yourself at this time, because there may be other people around you who are already judging you pretty harshly. So it may take you giving yourself a lot of compassion right now. Okay. All right. All right. Let me give you a few from Cosmic, a few oracle messages of encouragement, some reminders. Release. Yeah. Release past burdens and embrace new beginnings. Yeah. It is, like I said in the beginning, it's time for some of you guys to change course again, whether that's in career, whether that is in relationships. It is just time for release. This it could be in regards to grief. You know, if you've been holding back, going through the grieving process, maybe it's time to release those tears that you've been holding back over a situation that you've been trying not to have to deal with. I know that maybe you've been afraid to release those feelings, those emotions, because you feel like maybe once they are released, I won't be able to hone it back in. You won't be able to get your emotions back in order once the floodgates are open. But it's time for someone to release. Bravery. Yes, be brave. Face the unknown with bravery. Trust your steps. When it comes to being vulnerable, for my divine masculines, face the unknown. Trust your steps. Start small, baby steps, but be brave. If you are with someone and you feel that tension, you feel them trying to pull you in because they're trying to understand you or be there for you or help you cope, allow them in a little bit at a time. Build that trust over time. It doesn't have to be instantaneous. What else? What else for the collective? Discovery. Discover the treasures within. Follow your passion. Yeah. Like I said, a lot of you guys are going to be having new beginnings, new passionate beginnings in new career fields. I just feel like you guys are ready for that change. And you're going to be discovering new things about yourself. Gratitude. Be grateful for every moment. Keep a heart of gratitude always. No matter what your situation is right now, there's always a reason to be grateful. I will never stop saying that on this channel. Gratitude is one of the highest vibrations. Love is the highest vibration. But gratitude is right there next to it. Always be grateful. Even if it feels difficult at this time to be grateful, there's always something. All you have to do is really look around. All you have to do really is just take a breath. There is something to be grateful for. A couple more. Freedom. Yeah, I feel like this new shift, this new change will bring you a level of freedom, but freedom also comes from within. So releasing is going to bring you a sense of freedom, whether that is releasing the tears that you've been holding, whether that is releasing a job, releasing a relationship. Releasing is going to bring you some level of freedom. One more, please. Yeah, and possibly new connections. Exactly. Once you release, once you are brave, you release what no longer serves you. You'll have a chance to discover a passion that will make you feel more gratitude for your life, for this new start. You will feel a new sense of freedom, and you are looking to possibly find new connections with these. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, pull a couple of astros here. Try to get one. Let's see what comes out. Okay, all right. Libra, balance. The number 7 is significant. You could be a Libra, have Libra somewhere in your chart. The number 7 is important. Month of July, born on the 7th, July 7th. But Libra is about balance. There will be balance needed, or the scales will be balanced in a legal proceeding this week. A decision will be made. Yes, something will be balanced out finally. Okay. Pluto, rebirth, number 27. After this scales are balanced, there will be a rebirth. Number 27 could be significant, born on the 27th. Wow. And then 39 was the last one that came out. First house, arrival. Wow. The number 39, you could be 39, you could be 27. The number 9 could be significant. The number 12 as well. Feeling called to read Pluto and first house. Pluto rebirth. Pluto calls for 3 actions. First, to dig deep. Second, to be willing to transform. And third, to use power wisely. Interesting. Okay. Challenge. Pluto's shadow side can bring up obsession, depression, mortality, and grief. Grief. Wow. Interesting. There is a connection here. Pluto plays hardball, so get a guide for this realm if needed. So again, some of you guys may be dealing with some grief. If there is a legal situation that's about to come into balance, or a decision that's going to be made, this could cause a change for someone that could be devastating. First house. Wow. Arrival is first house. Take responsibility for how you are perceived as you walk in the door. Assess what you lead with, what your mannerisms, appearance, and signals say. Notice if you lead with charm or prickly defenses, with your mind or heart, or whether you are versatile, changing your approach to fit the circumstances. Investigate how this first impression affects your identity and interactions. People read what you put out, whether you are acting as a business, as a person, or as a couple. And it's up to you to ensure that how you present yourself matches your intention. If you feel misunderstood, look for a misperception, yours or theirs, underneath any tension, and see what can be done to clear this lens. If you strive to be invisible, neutral, or enjoy an air of mystery and play your cards close to the chest, it becomes easier for others to project their assumptions onto you. Consider becoming more transparent and letting your inner worth shine. The first house can also bring with it a surge of temper or other strong emotion that rushes to your head like mercury in a hot thermometer. If this happens, bring your awareness back down to your feet. This metaphor also applies to a business or project. Leadership may be too strong, and attention needs to be brought back to the boots on the ground. You are challenged to see beyond the shallowness of appearances, see behind smoke screens, and take responsibility for how you are perceived. So I feel like how this is connected, I feel like somebody is going to be seen for exactly who they are once these scales are in balance. Once the scales are put in balance, this person will be exposed and seen by everyone, and it may bring a different perception to the people that have known them probably for a very long time in some cases. There will be a definite change. There will be some grief. Wow. Interesting. Okay. All right. Let me get you your intuitive whisper and then angel number to close this out for you guys. This has been interesting, collective. It's going to be an interesting week, it seems. There's going to be a lot of moments for vulnerability, crying, sadness, but a lot of things coming into balance, a lot of success as well. With, the brand new car in the beginning, people are going to, definitely reap the rewards of their hard work, their honesty. Things are going to be brought to justice, but this could cause grief for some. So it's going to be a very emotional week, it seems. Your body is like a book. And it's interesting, as I'm looking at the photo, I see these butterflies, and then I see rebirth, transformations. I also see this eagle, birds are significant, snakes. Yeah, in connection to what I just said, looking at this, it's almost as if somebody's book about them is going to be read out in the open, and it's going to release this snake energy. It's going to release who this person really is. Wow. 23. Your body is like a book that holds within it every experience you have ever had. In the same way that the mind filters your life experiences, your body holds onto every step and moment. There is deep inner wisdom within your body that needs to be unlocked to unleash your full potential. The story of your body starts to reveal itself through meditation. Become curious as to what is held beneath the conscious mind. It is within the silence that we slowly begin to read through the chapters of our story, an intelligence that cannot be understood by thinking but through feeling. A lot of feels this week. A lot of feels. The more we know the full picture of who we are, the more choice we have moving into the future. So, again, I feel like someone's full picture of who they are is going to be shown this week, and that is going to determine how they move in the future, and everyone else around them that's a part of their life as well. Wow. All right, let me get you your angel number, collective, to close this out for you guys. What is the most important angel number for the collective for this week? As I split the deck, no toxicity, new, embrace the unknown, be courageous, leave the toxicity behind. Okay. What is the most important angel number message for the collective at this time? Wow. Number 144. Connect. 4 and 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9. We are in the year of the 9. The month of September might be significant. The 9th might be significant to someone coming up here, but 144 is divine number, connection with the divine, communicate with the divine. Your angels are urging you to make a connection with the divine in your daily life. They want to strengthen your ability to communicate on a high vibrational level. Sit in meditation right now with your hands on your crown chakra, which is the top of your head, and envision yourself opening up to the wisdom of the divine. There's some huge changes that are coming in. So you are being urged to connect more with the divine, the Most High, God, whatever it is that you believe in, that's a higher power. They are encouraging this at this time. Maybe there's going to be a lot of prayer needed in this situation coming up soon for someone dealing with a lot of grief. So communication with the Most High, with the divine, will be needed. So create that connection. Yeah, confirmation. But that is what I have for you guys for your weekly Oracle Message Collective. Thank you so much for being here with me. I pray the message was useful. If it resonated, please let me know. Please hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and follow me. It definitely helps the channel grow. So I appreciate all of you. But until next time, you guys.